Hi, and welcome to this very exclusive video. My name is Irian Swart, and I'm about to share with you some trading statistics only known by brokers. This report will blow your mind and could change the way you trade forever. This is the sort of stats that brokers don't want to be known, especially not by normal traders like you and me. This is a survey that was conducted worldwide on over 12 million real trades in 2009 and in 2010 by a well-known broker called FXCM. The results they found was mind-blowing. What they did was they took the 15 most popular pairs traders traded and then looked at how accurate they traded on them. In other words, how often they were right and how often they were wrong. The data they received was unreal. It turned out that on 14 out of the 15 pairs, the clients was more right than wrong. Here's a chart to show you what they found. The blue bars show the percentage of trades that ended with a profit for the client. The red shows the percentage of trades that ended in loss. For example, on the GBP USD, one of the most popular currency pairs, FXCM clients in the sample were profitable on 64% of their trades and lost on 36% of their trades. So the big question is then, if traders tend to be right more than half the time, what are they doing wrong? The next chart says it all. In blue, it shows the average number of pips traders earned on profitable trades. In red, it shows the average number of pips lost in losing trades. We can now clearly see why traders lose money despite being right more than half the time. They lose more money on their losing trades than they make on their winning trades. The GBP USD trades were profitable 64% of the time, but trader losses on GBP USD were an average of 105 pips, while profits were only an average of 54 pips. While traders were correct more than half the time, they lost twice as much on their losing trades as they won on winning trades. So they're losing money overall. So what does this information tell us? How can we, as traders, take this information and better our trading? Well, first of all, as crazy it might sound, this is a huge confidence booster. This information now tells us that we are right more than half the time. And this is a huge psychological step. Second, we know that it's not the system we trade that is the problem, but something else. But what is that problem? The problem is our money management. We as human beings are driven by emotions, and some of the biggest of them all are greed and fear. Whenever money is involved in anything, we bring in those two emotions. Greed of wanting more, and fear of losing what we have. And being a trader, we have to deal with these two emotions on a daily basis. So now that we know what the problem is, what can we do to fix it? The answer lies in the targets we set. Let's take the example of the GBP USD. If we are right 64% of the time, that means if we make 10 trades on the GBP USD, we will win 6 and lose 4 of those trades. If we risk 2% on each trade and make our profit target 2% as well, that means we have a 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio. We will make a consistent 4% profit on every 10 trades we make, with only a 1-to-1 target strategy. By doing that, we eliminate our first emotion, greed. We are now only looking to win back the money we risked and nothing more. So now that we have eliminated our first emotion, how can we eliminate our second emotion, which is fear? This one is actually very easy and has been a talking point in trading for ages now. And it comes down to those critical phrase, never ever 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 trade without a stop loss. This graph shows it all. On a GBP USD, the average pip lost is almost twice the amount of the average pips made. This could be one of two things. We make our stop loss levels bigger than our profit targets, or we trade without a stop loss. closing the trade manually. In either way, in both cases we allow the emotion of fear to rule our decision making, which is critical. So how do we eliminate it? The answer is very similar to our one-to-one target strategy. In the same way we place our profit target, the same amount we risked, we now also place our stop loss level the same distance away. In other words, if we risk 2% on one trade, let's say that amount is $200, we now place our profit target $200 away, and we also place our stop loss level $200 away as well. So if we win $200, and if we lose $200. And after the amount of 10 trades, we will make a profit, a consistent profit of $400. And it's that simple. Take a look at the next graph. The two lines in the chart above show the hypothetical returns from a basic RSI trading strategy used on a USD Swiss franc using a 60-minute chart. This system was developed to mimic the strategy followed by a very large number of FXCM clients, who tend to be range traders. The blue line shows the raw returns if we run the system without any stops or limits. The red line shows the results if we use stops and limits. The improved results are very plain to see. The raw returns system has a high win percentage, but still loses more money on losing trades than it gains on winning ones. The raw system's trades are profitable an impressive 65% of the time during the test period, but it lost an average $200 on losing trades, while only making an average $121 on winning trades. For the stop and limit settings in this model, they set the stop to a consistent 115 pips and the limit to 120 pips, giving us a risk-reward ratio of just slightly higher than a 1-to-1. Since this is an RSI range trading strategy, a lower risk-reward ratio gave us better results because it is a high profitability strategy. 65% of trades in the system were profitable. In comparing these two results, you can see that not only are the overall results better with the stops and limits, but positive results are more consistent. Drawdowns tend to be smaller and the equity curve a bit smoother. Now take a look at the next graph. The next chart shows a simulation for setting a stop to 110 pips on every trade. The system had the best overall profit at around the 1-to-1 and 1-to-1.5 risk-reward level. The left axis shows you the overall return generated over time by the system. The bottom axis shows you the risk-reward ratios. You can see the steep rise right at the 1-to-1 level. At higher risk-reward levels, the results are broadly similar to the 1-to-1.5 level. So it goes to show you, going for a higher target doesn't always reap the most profits. Keeping it simple, trading to a 1-to-1 is sometimes, if not always, the best option. This report just confirms what I've been teaching all these years in forex trading. Forex is not complicated at all. It's a number game, and it's about getting the odds in your favor. And once you get your head right in this game, it could make you a fortune. I hope you've enjoyed this report, and I hope you learned something you can do to make your trading better. Until next time, take care and trade smart.